What's up? Good night. Good night. Just want to make a quick video while I'm cooking some food here. Um, it's crazy that we go through these situations in life. I was watching a video, probably making its round on it's making its rounds on WhatsApp and probably other social media and messaging apps and stuff like that. But it's some guys fighting. They sounded like they have maybe Aussie accents. I'm not sure. New Zealand or something like that. But this one dude, he, he's a bigger guy. He pushes up on some guys. One guy has a knife. They know he has a knife. Well, his friend calls out. They got a knife, right? But they still pushing up on him, trying to assert dominance, be aggressive, and not backing down. So big dude pulls up, like his friend pulls up. Guy doesn't really do anything, or misses that guy actually, because the guy with the knife swings and then misses the smaller guy's face. Then the bigger dude comes in, boom, doesn't move fast enough, right? Boom, pushes and then doesn't move fast enough. It gets popped right in the right hand side of it, his left hand side. It was the the victim's left hand side. And it gets popped right in the side of his neck. And he's just sitting there just stunned, just shocked. He was just in shock. And he's standing there holding his neck. And I'm just thinking, this guy probably thinks this shit is a mosquito bite. And we know how these, I get certain videos and I'm like, I already know what's about to happen. He's not going to make it. And, bro, bleeds out. I'm talking, look like a, he bled out like a pig. He got stuck and he bled out just like a fucking pig. It was crazy. Blood was coming out. You ever seen, you had art class back in the day, and it was the Crayola paint in the bottle, right? And it was just coming out. It's just like that deep red, and you're supposed to mix it with your primary colors to make your secondary colors and tertiary colors and stuff like that, so you can make a color wheel or what have you, right? And I'm blood red, I'm talking just paint red. I'm God dang, thick and everything. And I'm just waiting for him to drop. Boom. Couple seconds later, I'm talking, he looks like a hydraulic system that got a cut in its line, and then the hydraulic, just the hydraulic just fails. Just he lost all pressure in his whole body. It was over. It was over. Bled out, had to have died on the scene, because the way he was bleeding out was crazy. The point I'm making, or what I'm trying to get to, is if you're in situations, and I was talking to a gentleman today, guy that does my lawn, and we talk back and forth. I let him know one or two things about moves that I want to make and try and make, and see what I can do in the area, and see if he'd be up for it. And me and him were talking about business, and I told him, I was like, yo, listen, man, you talk too much about, this white dude, but he's been in some shit before. And I was like, yo, you talk too much about the street shit, this drug stuff. I'm not with that. I'm talking about legitimate money. Pay taxes on the money, and then go have fun with that. How about that? And he was just yeah, man, So I'm like, yo, you got to change that up. So I'm not sure if he'll be a business partner or not. We'll see. But I'm like, yo, you got to change that up, man. Long money is the money I'm talking about, and long money gets taxed. So it is what it is. You gonna get taxed. And what it showed me is some people you just, you could try, but you just can't, you can't expect them to make a change unless they want to. And hopefully he does, but that doesn't mean I have to be the one to make it with them, or be in partnership with them in any sort of way. The point of this video is that you can't be around people that will keep on putting you in bad situations, put you in trouble, fuck you up, so on and so forth, right? And that's kind of the issue that I'm seeing in so many different ways with a lot of people, or situations. You see in the three women that are tearing up the fry store and stuff like that. Sorry, let me just move this over here. Tearing up the fry store and stuff like that, and they're just acting all the way bad, in proper city girl fashion, twerking and stuff like that. But the crazy thing to me, and people are talking about the men are just sitting by cheering it on. The men are doing what they should be doing. Me personally, that's how I feel. The men shouldn't be jumping in to save or stop these women. one other content creator was talking about how, the men are just standing around doing nothing. When you see women do, no. When I see women do stuff like that, I'm walking away. I'm staying away from that situation. I'm not trying to be a part of it. I'm not trying to be around it. I'm not even trying to be in the group of men that do that. If anything, the only thing I can say the men should have done that they didn't is move. Just leave. Get out of there. Don't even be a part of it. Leave them to their own devices. You can't get your order at that point. It's over. But they destroyed this place. But the thing is, like, in all of these situations, you're with people that are putting you in trouble, and you're the one getting fucked up. You're the one that's getting fucked up. You're the one that's being put, like, getting put in handcuffs along with them. You know what I mean? Like they say, true friends are the ones that end up in jail with you. A true friend, a good friend bails you out. A true friend is in the jail with you, waiting to get bailed out. And it's just like, it's cute until you have things to lose and, family and all this other stuff. Talking to other people, and I'm like, yo, listen, man, if you got kids, bro, like, I remember I was in a situation where my business partners really, quote unquote, showed up for me, right? I had got my laptop stolen. We had tracked it down. They had guns, and all three of us was like kind of running a sting operation. And I'm looking at it, looking at it while I'm calling the cops and everything. And I said, you know what, guys? It's like, because they talk, one business partner was like, yo, I got Big Bertha. One business partner was like, yo, I got the peace to keep the peace. And they was really riding for me just in case shit went down. And I thought about it, and I was like, nah, we don't need to be doing this. So I made sure I called the cops, involved the cops in on it. And I was like, I don't want to do anything that's going to get my business partners, not just my business partners, but my friends, you know what I mean? My brothers, in so many different ways, in trouble. Like, why would I do that to them? Why would I do that to their family? And a lot of people don't understand or get that. They just everything is on go. Like, we're just socialized to do this wild shit, and then it be normal. It be the thing to do. It's upstanding and honorable, and what real friends are made of, and all this other fuck shit, right? But then you're out, you're making your money, and your friend is in jail, or in this case with the first story I was talking about, this guy, he bleeds out. And his friend, who looks like he was more of an aggressor, I'm not sure, I don't know the backstory, looks like he was more of an aggressor, is at the funeral with everybody else talking about how good of a person he was, how he was there. Hold on. How good of a person he was, how he was always there for his friends and all this other BS. Nah, man. If you was a true friend, you're not going to be the one to bail him out. You're not going to be the one to sit by him in jail. You're going to be the one that says, yo, we don't need to be in this. This dude just pulled a knife. It's not that serious. In fact, I'm a run. Like, I used to tell my homeboy a while back, he's my barber, and, like, strip club buddy. Like, we used to go to all these different clubs and shit. And I used to tell him, because this is something I think that got, inspired by high school or whatever. I said, if you cross the street and you got the right of way, but this car comes down and you say, man, fuck it. If this car hits me, I'm assuming get $1 million. So you can either, one, step back onto the sidewalk, let that car fly by. Like, you're going to survive the accident, right, if it happens. But you're going to be paralyzed. Is the $1 million or X, Y, and Z, how much ever money you're going to make, is it worth you being paralyzed? And I asked my homeboy that, and he said, he like smiled. And I was like, you mean to tell me you being paralyzed is worth $1 million? And a lot of people don't put it in this perspective, right? They don't really look at it and say, yo, I'm quote unquote doing too much, or this is not where I want to be at, and this is not what I want to do, and I'm not in the right position right now mentally, and I need to step away from this situation because I'm going to get hurt. People around me and my friends and family are going to get hurt or are going to have to suffer through this along with me. Now this dude that, stuck the dude, he's like, he's on what's it called? Because he could have escaped. So he's on the line. the other dudes that are included in the fight, depending on the laws of that country or place, they could all be, put down for this dude's murder or for this dude's death. And they could all be put down, for this dude's death and be worse off because of it. And it's like all because of bravado and just not thinking and being cool-headed. And also just not being with people that, really are looking at, or truly looking out for you. How much do I got to put in for this? Well, 1.5 quarts, 6 cups. Truly looking out for you. And that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part, is that we often, work with, stay with, be around people that aren't really truly looking out for us. Because if you had a friend that was really truly looking out for you, you wouldn't be in that situation, or you wouldn't be the aggressor in that situation. Just like when I just looked at, we driving, back to the story of my business partners and I. We driving out to where this person lives. We drove by the house, and then I said, yo, listen, man, let's just get the cops involved. You got a gun, he got a gun, but y'all got kids. I don't got no kids. I don't got no gun. And this laptop, this was a Chromebook no, it was like a Dell laptop, and I like that laptop too. But I'm just getting water. I'm not peeing, I swear. But, I love that laptop, and it was like a really nice laptop and everything, but I was like, they took my stuff and started ordering stuff, but it wasn't worth, especially now, I can go ahead and buy that laptop and many more, and then, while enjoying my freedom. It's like I don't think people really look at, what is, they don't really do a cost-benefit, I think it's like a cost-benefit analysis. They don't really look at a cost-benefit analysis, especially when they're getting super emotional about certain situations. And this is the problem that a lot of us have, and we don't even think about what could happen to not just only us, but the people that we're around or we're involving in this situation. And to end it off, because I'm just rambling while I'm cooking here, but to end it off, look at the people that are around you. If certain people are getting you in trouble on a consistent basis, over and over again, it's always the same dudes, same women that are getting you in trouble. I guess I'm not going to end it off. Talking with another friend, and I said, listen, man, I don't understand what it is, why people court drama so much, just chaos and so on and so forth. But I'm telling you right now, I protect my peace. I'm serious about protecting my peace. I'm not with the BS where it's I'm going back and forth with it. No. Now, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to protect my peace. I'm trying to protect where I live and what I do, and trying to make certain strides and protect those around me as well, and then see for the and then hopefully help with the progression of those around me as well. Also, and if you don't want to be a part of that, then go ahead. But don't call me, don't talk to me, don't tell me about your problems, because when I try to offer you solutions or a place to stay or a better environment or options, and you did not want to take it, then I'm going to have to leave you where you stand, because that's where you wanted to be. That's the choice that you made. And that's the same thing. I finally released those 3 videos, I think yesterday. And that's the choice a lot of people make. And that was the whole thing about the distraction is a pillar of delusion. But that was one of the whole thing, the things I was talking about with this dancer. And I'm like, yo, listen, you want to be here. It was like, hey, listen, I said, well, that's the choice you made. I guess you want to do it. So whatever. And it's just left it at that, I'm getting more and more to that mindset where it's like, hey, that's what you want. I don't know what to tell you. So the biggest thing is, not just the watch who your friends are and watch who your enemies are, and keep yourself, even if you have to isolate yourself, we should be doing those things, watching our friends, watching our enemies, to the point where our enemies should be so far away from us they're out of sight, one, and our friends should be so close to us that they don't want to mess up our situation. Like my friends and people around me don't want to mess up my situation. They look out for my situation as almost as much as I do, and I do the same for them. Like I want them to be better or be in better situations and and be doing more stuff, and I want them to be I want them to be successful, and I want them to progress. But they have to want it for themselves. Thankfully, they do. And my biggest thing is making sure that like at all times, the focus is to ensure that they can always have a quote unquote better life and going from there. Anyways, that was kind of like loose on that one, on that last part there. But I hope you guys get the point. A lot of people, sometimes the person that is the most active in a situation is the one that gets the least amount of repercussions, consequences for their own actions. If somebody falls asleep on the road because they've been partying too hard and then they kill someone else, but they survive, who's better off? You know what I mean? Like, like we know who's better. Like we know who's better off, the person that survived. But they're the ones that they have the biggest consequences or biggest responsibility or accountability. They have to take the most accountability in that situation, and yeah, they'll probably go to jail and everything. But when we think about it, some people get off. And to be very honest, if that person is still alive, did they really pay? Did they really pay what they owe? That's kind of like my thing. All right, I gotta cook this shrimp here and cook this macaroni and cheese, this Velveeta, and put this whole little meal together, man. As always, thank you all for listening. Appreciate you so much. Love and appreciate you all, and I mean that when I say it. I want to see you guys progress. Make sure you guys are putting, your information for your IT stuff on Dice.com. Fill out your profile. And what I'm seeing is a lot of friends are getting like a ton of calls. And they're being put in front of hiring managers and things like that, and making it to the next levels of interviews and things like that. So, definitely put that stuff out there, and also, tighten up and explore doing more on your GitHub. Put more information on that, just so you can look better to employers or potential employers and stuff like that. All right. With that being said, peace. Love you all. Mean it.